Will we ever run out of music? This question I have asked myself more times than whether or not I have locked my door after leaving. And that happens daily. Music has existed for more than thousands of years now, and the catalog of it is already above 100 million. But is it actually possible that we will run out of original music? And trust me, the answer is quite interesting. First of all, music has progressed immensely over the past 100 years. I mean, there are literally over 1,500 music genres on Spotify currently. And since there are so many music genres that are making their ways into the music industry, this automatically raises an important question. Is it possible for us to run out of original music? Yeah. Pretty much everything in life has a limit. Whether that would be the amount of resources that we can obtain, or my fucking SSD's capacity after trying to download a new Call of Duty game, everything has a limit. But the question is, how big of a limit? vsauce made a video talking specifically about a topic of when we will run out of music, and it's a very good in-depth video. Now, before you flood me with all of these, then why are you making a video of this already a million? I am making this video because there is a question in my mind that I have had since the very first days of humanity's existence, that is 2018. If music can run out, then when will that even be the case? But most importantly, is there anything that can fast forward this process? And this is where it gets interesting. The current internet era has begun to see the unforeseen sigmoid curve of innovation that is artificial intelligence. Look, I would be lying if I would say that this AI shit doesn't scare me, because the truth is, it kinda does. The fact that a program can find answers quickly from the web by pulling searches which have similar keywords is one thing. When the program begins to write code and make music and generate images, that is when the code red turns period. And I understand, I'm not saying that AI is going to take over the world or stuff like that, but it is genuinely a scary thought for me. Tom Scott made a video talking about AI and his experience using artificial intelligence to write a code which sorts emails, and guess what? The AI wrote it fully on its own. And with that question, another one pops out. If AI is slowly developing, then will AI have the ability to create genuinely listenable music in the future? Yeah, it's a tricky one. Before diving into the AI section of the video, let's debunk the main question of the video: will we run out of music? As in vsauce's video, let's take the same exact example where we just take the duration of a track, which let's just say is around 5 minutes. I swear to God, if my retention graph is gonna drop. Digital music is stored in bits, and a bit can be in two possible states, either a 0 or a 1. Let's take the vsauce example where a single CD is going to need around 200 million bits to store a single 5-minute song. And as vsauce said in his video, to find the exact maximum amount of possible different 5-minute audio tracks, we would need to raise 2 to the power of 200 million. This is a number that is 63 million digits long. If that isn't enough, let's use a different example. A user going under the name of Ferris Lepidoptera made an interesting calculation of how many different melodies you can make using notes from one octave and a single measure of 30-second notes, and it got this monstrous answer. To put it safely, your kids to the power of like 10 are still going to be bumping shitty DM YouTube remixes even many years from now. But to answer specifically when we will run out of music is practically impossible unless we would simply say once the whole world is going to evaporate. Music is made out of various drum sounds, instrument sounds, patterns, sound effects, and much more. And don't forget, there are songs which go the crazy route of being over 20 minutes long. It is simply impossible to take notice of literally every single factor that is surrounding music to even make assumptions when original music will run out. Look, even if it would run out, that does not only mean that we cannot scramble old music and craft it into new results, but also the fact that we already have over 100 million recorded songs on Spotify alone is more than enough for you to listen to amazing music for your entire life. All that you need to do is to just go digging. If you genuinely want want to find new music or artists to listen to, personally Spotify recommendations are just as good. To calm you down with your 7 Ed Sheeran song loop playlists, no, we will not run out of music anytime soon. But can AI fast forward this process and practically automate music production? To add more diesel to the fire, I want to make an interesting yet kind of scary statement. I wrote this segment with the help of AI. Before I even begin talking about AI, I want to make it fully clear that I will not be discussing any in-depth AI info and how it works, etc. simply because A, the video would be way too long, and B, I am not qualified to talk anything about AI. I literally made the dumbest mistake ever in my latest video by saying that the sound effect is from Half-Life 2, which is so dumb, it's unironically funny. If you didn't yet realize, I'm a YouTuber, which means that my brain works like it's 7 years old. I get the little best ideas from the most random ass scenarios. I got the Valve video idea whilst I was eating a chicken burger sandwich at McDonald's at around 7 p.m. And while I was trying my genuine hardest to write statements for this segment, I stumbled upon the greatest thought a man can think of. What would happen if I would ask AI to answer the question about AI making music? I at first asked if AI can get so good to the point of making good music, to which the AI replied that AI is already making good music, and the evidence of that are multiple video game soundtracks that feature work that AI made. I then proceeded to ask which video games featured AI made music, to which I got the reply of Minecraft. I then obviously asked if it can give me credible sources to back up that claim, to which the AI fully contradicted itself by literally saying that it didn't find any. I wanted to point this interaction out specifically because it's just funny, but at the same time, because AI is not perfect. And that is the same with AI music. No one knows what we will be able to witness in like 5 years from now with AI making music or just AI in general. Unless you're watching this video in like 2028 or something. Do we even make it? It is kind of mind-boggling the state of AI that we currently have. You can write code, you can ask it to generate images from text, and you can literally make it write fan fictions for you to post on Reddit. The point is, AI can genuinely make music. Yes, it's not perfect, but it can still make music. And just think what will happen in the future when more and more work will be invested into AI. You can ask ChatGPT to write you literally anything. A chord progression, a melody, a drum pattern, even lyrics. But melody is shit. It is safe to say that we will practically never run out of original music, since there are so many factors that go into creating music. Whilst yes, plenty of ideas can sound similar because of our human ears that find specific melodies, chords, and patterns bumpy, that does not mean that we cannot find any new music that will find different ways that appeal to our ears. There's a reason why there are so many genres for us to listen to. And even if new music will reach its limits, we already have an unbelievably large amount of recorded music for us to enjoy. But there's still one huge question left. How the f did Pink Guy end up on a Billboard chart? Well, you can find that out by clicking this video on the screen and by clicking the subscribe button right here.